I am here with the one, the only Matt Damon. Jason Bourne has become an iconic role for Oscar winner Matt Damon, and now Bourne is back. This time he's chasing answers about the past, and in typical Bourne fashion, that involves an epic car chase. No dialogue needed for that one, Matt Damon. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wait, did you shut down the Vegas Strip for that?
We did. Yeah, it was incredible. In fact, they told me they were going to do that, and I was like, "You guys are from Europe. You don't understand.
You don't get
That's
it.
not going to happen." So when we actually got the location, because the city was great, and they wanted to make it happen, and they eventually said, all right, well, if we were going to do it, we could maybe, if you started shooting at midnight on weekdays, you could have it for like 5 hours a night. And we looked at the whole thing, and we went, we could actually do this. And so we shut down the Strip.
Crazy. I bet you for the past 9 years, every time you walk down the street or through the airports, people must have approached you and said, when? Like, when is the next one coming up?
Yeah.
What made this time, Matt, the right time to do it?
Well, it was that thing of people coming up and they would do it to me, and they would do it to Paul Greengrass, the director, and that after years of that, it gets humbling, you know. And I've certainly made a lot of movies that nobody went to see. So when you have a loyal audience that's asking for something, at a certain point we looked at each other and said, let's get off our high horse and do it. And then once we decided, all right, let's see if we can do this, we looked at how much the world had changed between 2007 and today, and in less than a decade, it's incredible. Like, it's a completely different world that we're living in, and we went, all right, well, there's like fertile territory to run the character through.
So, yeah, brand new situation, brand new storyline.
Yeah.
So there are two ways you prep for this kind of thing. After 9 years, you have to prepare mentally. That's part of it. And then you have to prepare physically.
Right.
That's the other part of it. What was the toughest part for you?
Oh, no doubt.
Come on.
It was the physical side. I mean, I'm 45. You know, I started doing these, I was 29. And all that stuff came a lot easier. You know, I'm a better actor now than I was, you know, when I was 29. So that part was a little easier. But yeah, it was a lot of this boxing and.
What did the director Paul tell you had to do to get like in perfect form for Jason Bourne?
Well, he said, look, if the movie starts and you look like you've lived well for the last 10 years, he goes, we have no movie. So he goes, you have to look like you've suffered, and the only way to do that is to suffer. And the second he said it, I knew he was right.
This has been around, this franchise, I think, for 14 years. Did you ever think back then when you were starting it that franchise that you did, that one part would become so much like a central part of your acting career in your life?
Not at all. I'm so grateful that this role came into my life, and you know, Doug Liman, the director of the first movie, offered me this, and I remember being like, wait, why are you offering this to me? I'd never done an action movie.
Wow.
And he just believed that it would work, and he had kind of an insight into this whole thing before anybody, and it's a role that's given me so much. You know, it's really changed the trajectory of my career, my life.
Does your wife like the buffer you?
Well, she better not get too used to it.
You know what's funny? You know what I remember? I was at a charity event one time, and your wife was in the restroom, and she was pregnant at the time, and we didn't recognize her. I was there with friends. We walk out, and we see you, and you said, "Excuse me." And we said, yeah, and they said, is my wife's in there? Is she okay? You know, and I remembered it was like such a tiny little thing, but you were standing outside of the ladies' room, worried about your bride to make sure that she was doing well. By the way, how is she? How are the kids?
Everybody's great. I mean, you know, I took a bunch of roles in a row, and I've done 4 straight movies, and I have 1 more to go. And so I've been dragging them all over the world. And
where have they gone?
Well, we lived in China for about half the year last year, and you know, this Bourne movie took us to London. It took us really all over the place. So they're really good sports. They're great travelers, but I'm excited to finish out this year of work and take a year off and be at their behest for once.
Hang with them.
Yeah.
By the way, I told you that the guys in Philly were so jealous that you were here with me and not with them. I think they want to. Hey guys, how are you? We got Matt Damon for you.
Hi, Matt.
Hey guys. What's happening?
You know, it's a little warm down here. That's all I'll say.
It's a little warm up here too. Yeah.
Hey, good luck with the movie.
The movie's awesome.
Matt. It really, we
Congratulations.
can't wait to see it. And as always, we know you're going to be great in it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Well, hopefully we didn't mess it up.
I don't think so.
By the way, there are a lot of "I love you, Matt" signs out where they are, and I think they're for you, Matt.
Oh,
Damon.
no, I somehow doubt that. But
Matt, thank you so much. Jason Bourne from our sister company, Universal Pictures, hits theaters tomorrow. Thanks again, Matt.
Thanks.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.